What is up, sports bettors? It is Matt Modi here with OddsJam, coming to you to talk about some sharp college football best bets for Saturday's betting slate, September 3rd. Of course, as always, I'm using the OddsJam Positive Expected Value page to find these bets. The OddsJam Positive EV page is a really helpful tool for sports bettors. It provides betting opportunities where you are gaining an edge over the sportsbook you are placing the bet on. It is giving you a mathematical profit margin that you can get from each individual bet, which is really cool. So you know, for every 100 bucks, here's how much you can figure to make. Unfortunately, I'm not playing this one because the game is being played in about when I'm recording this, so you guys wouldn't be able to lock it in. But all these plays you see on the screen here have a mathematical profit margin, have an edge over the sportsbook you are placing the bet on. The recommended filters are checked off, which means that every play you see here meets all of the criteria of a best bet. It is within the tight market width. It is a true outlier from all of the sports books that are pricing odds, including, most importantly, the sharp ones. So OddsJam takes lines from every sports book, just analyzing thousands and thousands of zillions of data points. And then what it does is the OddsJam formula, it calculates the odds you see here, the no vig odds of all of the sharper sportsbooks, so Pinnacle, Bet Online, and then provides odds of what a market should truly be priced at. Anywhere in which we are getting better odds on another sportsbook is going to have positive expected value associated with it. So there are two plays specifically for Saturday's betting slate that I really like. Two totals, one over, one under. Nice bout of symmetry there. So this first one, just because it's the game being played the earliest, Ole Miss versus Troy under 57.5. So this play is at minus 110 odds on BetMGM. The no vig odds of this play, according to the OddsJam line, price this at about minus 114, minus 115, pretty much in the middle, equating to a mathematical profit margin of just under 2%. So I'll know by the end of Saturday, I will have this 2% realized. Keep in mind, there's a couple different things to keep in mind regarding this number. Number one is it's your profit margin for this individual bet. Now, I've gotten a lot of questions about how can you have a profit margin if your bet loses, there's no profit margin, which is true. This bet will either win and I get the profit, or it loses and I lose my risk. But the whole point of positive expected value betting is that the percent you see here, your mathematical profit margin, will start to equal your real profit over time. So while this 2% play will either win or lose, over the course of time, I'll start to realize the actual profit. So if you track enough bets, 250, 500 bets, I will actually realize this mathematical profit margin. So that's kind of how the math makes sense. So this play, again, under 57.5, Ole Miss versus Troy. What I like about using OddsJam to find these plays is if you just click a play here, it shows odds from every sportsbook for what they're pricing this market at. So we see two other books are pricing the under 57.5, both heavily favoring the under here, including the OddsJam line, which is the sharpest line in the world, heavily favoring this under. And if you click the event page in a new tab, it shows you where every sportsbook is pricing odds. And what we see here is every other book, literally every other book, prices this total below this number. Bet Online, another sharp book, like I mentioned, prices this at 57. The OddsJam line also prices this at 57, favoring the under. So the OddsJam line, Pinnacle Sportsbook, one of the sharpest lines in the world, thinks that the most likely scenario is that this total is going under 57, which is a half point lower than what we got it at. Caesars and Fox Bet price this total at 56, and then FanDuel prices this at 55.5, a full 2 points lower than what we can get it at BetMGM at minus 110 odds. So this is kind of how you can make money using OddsJam betting on sports. It's not a pick service, it's not a tout service. It's just providing mathematical edges and using the sportsbooks against each other. Either BetMGM is the smartest sportsbook in the world, and this total should be priced 57 at 57.5. And every other book is wrong, including the sharper ones that take more action, that have earlier markets like Bet Online and like Pinnacle. Or BetMGM just has this one mispriced. The most likely scenario, Occam's razor, is that BetMGM has this one mispriced. So I think this is a really, really valuable bet. I'm going to put a full unit on this one. BetMGM under 57.5 in the Ole Miss versus Troy game as my first betting pick. Unfortunately, I cannot lock this in as I'm in a non-legal betting state. But for those of you at home, lock this in. Very confident in that one. As I am in this next one, Syracuse versus Louisville, over 56.5. So one under. Now we're taking it over. Same logic applies here. In this case, the play is again at minus 110 odds with the OddsJam line pricing this at about minus 113, 18 cents a market width. So pretty tight market here. 1.45% profit margin on this one. And again, if you open this up in a new tab, we will see that every other book, except for these two, is pricing it above this number, and we are taking an over, including BetOnline, which favors the over at a half point higher, including Pinnacle, which favors the total at a half point higher. And it's not until we get to a full point higher where we start to see what Pinnacle thinks that this total should be priced at. So Pinnacle has this priced at 57.5 with about even money in terms of whether it'll go over or under. BetMGM, PointsBet, Caesars have this at 57.5, a full point higher than what we got it at. So taking advantage of market inefficiencies, of pricing discrepancies such as this is how you can make so much money betting on sports. So I'm going to go ahead and theoretically lock this one in on FanDuel, but either FanDuel or FoxBet is where you can take it. Another full unit play on these two totals, and that's going to be it. So these are going to be my two betting picks for tomorrow's betting slate, or excuse me, Saturday's betting slate. Total over in the Syracuse-Louisville game, over 56.5, under 57.5 in Ole Miss versus Troy, and that is it. So for those of you who are tailing at home, would love to hear your feedback, comment on the video. Other than that, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel, share with your friends, all that good stuff, and that's it. So appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.